The third law of indices is relevant to the product of indices. For example, we have a base a raised to m, and then there is another power n. So the third law of indices says that you need to write the base a, and then you need to multiply both the indices m into n. It would give you your answer. For example, we have 4 square raised to 3. It means that 4 square should be multiplied by 4 square 3 times. Since there is a power over here, and this power means repeated multiplication of this base, and the base is 4 square. So I've applied this cube onto this base, and this base 4 square is being multiplied by 4 square 3 times. Now, if I write every term or every power or the index form separately, then 4 square means 4 into 4, the first one. Again a 4 square, which means 4 into 4. And then there is another 4 square, which means 4 into 4. So if we count all the 4s, there are 6 4s being multiplied with each other. So they would be equivalent to 4 raised to 6. So this is how we can prove that law or understand that law by expanding the power or the index form. Now, we could have done it directly also using this rule. The rule says that if there are 2 indices over a single base, then you should multiply both the indices with each other and you would get the final answer. And it would be the same as you get in the expanded form. To practice this, there are some questions over here. The first question is simplify each of the following, leaving your answer in index where appropriate. The first part is where 6 raised to 3 has another index of 4. So since there are 2 indices over a single base, so both the indices should get multiplied by each other, and the final answer would be 6 raised to 12. In part B, it says k raised to 5 has another index of 9. So k raised to 5 multiplied by 9 should be written over here, and the final answer would be k raised to 45. So it is 3 raised to q raised to 6 multiplied by 3 raised to 4 raised to q. Now we would apply the law of index in both of the terms over here. The first one, both the indices would get multiplied by each other. And in the second term, the same would happen, 4 into q. So it would become 3 raised to 6q multiplied by 3 raised to 4q. So we have applied the third law of index over here. Now we will be applying the first law of indices over here. We have 2 same bases being multiplied with each other, so their indices would get added. It would become 3 raised to 6q plus 4q, and the final answer would be 3 raised to 10q as the final answer. There is another question over here. It says that x raised to 8 multiplied by x cube divided by x raised to n square is equal to x raised to 10. So we have been given with this relation. We need to find out the value of n. X raised to 8 multiplied by x cube raised to n divided by x raised to n square, and this whole is equal to x raised to 10. Now, x raised to 8 would remain x raised to 8 at the moment. In the second term or the factor, there are 2 indices over a single base. So they would get multiplied with each other according to the third law of indices. Then there is a division sign. And the base has again 2 indices, so n would get multiplied by 2. And this whole is equal to x raised to 10. We have x raised to 8 multiplied by x raised to 3n divided by x raised to 2n is equal to x raised to 10. Now, the first 2 bases In fact, all the three bases over the left-hand side are same. In the first two bases, the operation is multiplication, and the third one is written with the division. So I'm adding the first two indices because their bases are being multiplied with each other. And then I am subtracting the third one, minus 2n. So these two factors were being divided by the third one. So the factors which are written in the small brackets, I've added their indices, and then I've subtracted the index which was written over the base. Before that, a division was written. This whole is equal to x raised to 10. Now we have x raised to 8 plus n after simplification is equal to x raised to 10. Now we know that if we have two bases and both the terms are equal to each other, then their indices should also be equal to each other, because the bases are same and the terms are equal. So the indices should also be equal to each other. And this is written as a conclusion. So I'm writing that is 8 plus n, the first index should be equal to the second index, which is 10. Now, if we want to find out the value of n, 8 would be moved to the other side and the value of n would come out to be equal to 2. So this is how we apply the laws of indices to find the values of any unknown that we have.
We try to explain complex concepts in simple language and with effective examples. If you like the video and the way we explain the subject, consider liking this tutorial, commenting on it and subscribing to our channel and press the bell icon, so that you stay updated and get notified when we upload more videos. Thanks for watching.